shit, we're live? What's up to the ones and onlys? My beloved team, what's up? What's up to the ones and onlys? Bro, I'm freezing here today. Let's see, is there any more news? Ooh, this is good. Okay, we're gonna check this out. You will own. What's up, team? We're about to start the full stream. Give me 1 minute. We're just getting everything set up. Make sure we got everything we need. We got more news here for later if we need them. And yeah, looks like we're set up. I just gotta make sure my Twitch is running. My YouTube is running. My restream is running. Cool. We are officially live. Bro, why do I look like dead? Dude, these bags under my eyes, bro. I need to fix them somehow. We are officially live. Somebody help me with this. I need these bags under my eyes, bro. I need to fix them somehow. To get rid of these bags underneath my eyes. Somebody help me with this. I need these bags under my eyes, bro. I need to fix them. They look scary, dude. If I put this here. That's better. They look scary, dude. Let me check. If I put this here. Yeah, this feels good. Yeah, this feels really good, actually. Yeah, I'll keep it this way. Yeah, this feels good. Yeah, this feels really good, actually. Why the fuck? Yeah, I'll keep it this way. Bro, why the hell do I gain a sub, then I lose a sub, then I gain one, then I lose one, then I gain one, then I lose one, then I gain a sub? I don't even know what the hell is happening, dude. I don't even know what's happening. Bro, I need to shave. But you know what? I'm liking the beard, dude. It's getting full. No holes. No holes except right here. Which, this is just time. Time will fill this hole. For example, if I really wanted a full beard, this will get filled immediately. So, I like that. Looking good here. Yeah, no holes, just right here. Yep. So this will get filled with this coming down. Bro, I used to always deal with holes in my beard, so it's nice not to have some. Alright guys, we're gonna go ahead and start the stream. Let me just post my stream on Twitter. It's so crazy. Alright. So, what's up, Cass? Do Syrian men fight all the time? What do you mean by that? That sounds so racist. What do you mean we fight all the time? Dude, I need to cut my hair, I need to shave my beard, I need to do the dishes. I literally have not a minute I do have some time, but usually I'm lazy. I have like an hour in the day for me. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna shave my hair, actually. I really like my hair. But what do you mean fight? Like fist fight or just yell at each other? Because I think we do both all the time. Damn, who the hell? Friends Bronze liked my tweet immediately. I tweeted, I'm running for I'm gonna do a porno, then run for Congress. Check me out. Check out the Twitch, and immediately, your friend is Syrian. She must be super hot, or if your friend is a guy, he's probably super hot. Anyways, like both of them, guys or girls, Syrian, super hot. Unless he's like Idlib Syrian, or I'm joking. I'm being racist now. You know what's so interesting about Syrians? And you'll notice this. It's kind of like Europe. Well, there are black Europeans, but there are no black Syrians. The Middle East, we are true nations. In the Middle East, we truly are nations. We really keep our bloodline intact. It's kind of fucking crazy. You will never see a Syrian dating a black guy, ever. It's I don't know why. It's like we just keep it in the locations, nations. It's very, very important for us. It almost defines our future, how it's gonna be. So we always try to. I don't know. I've always noticed that Syrians, they try to marry within their own country. He has been fighting with his brother over birthday plans for their parents. Man, that's not a fight. They're just disagreeing. We do disagree a lot. We're very disagreeable because we have Syrians. I don't know your Syrian friend. Maybe they don't have certain characteristics, but usually Syrians, they're leaders. They're very smart. So yeah, there's a lot of disagreement. Everybody has their own opinions. I believe that, yeah. Alright guys, let's jump into the show. Cass, what you been up to? Cass, you're my biggest supporter. I appreciate you, Karen. You're the best. Alright, let's do this. I know we're gonna get more viewers later on, but I just want to start. A lot of disagreeing. One of them is probably cheaper than the other, that's why. Alright, so I was checking the interwebs for the sexiest, hottest blonde guy with a green hue behind him on the internet. As you can see, my hue is dirty dishes and a lot of white and a little bit of brown. He has green hue. So I've been searching for this basically gem, this diamond in the rock, and I found him. I found Kyle Kalinske. I want to react to this video, guys. He's going to be talking about the election rigging exposed. I haven't watched this video. I think he's being sarcastic, because I doubt he's going to post on YouTube, oh, elections are rigged. Because you can't do that stuff. Not safely. And so I'm sure he's being like super sarcastic in this video. So let's go ahead and react to this video. We'll start with a good note. We'll laugh a little bit, and then we'll move on. So let's check out Mr. Kyle Kalinske's recent video. Yeah, Kyle. I found the blonde guy with the hue. I found him with the green hue in the back. Is that what it is called? The hue, black backlight, whatever it is. To me, it feels like this is his sex light. He just turned on his sex light. Anyways, let's go ahead and check this out. I guess he found some election rigging. I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm not gonna comment about it, but we will react. So let's check it out.
Remind you guys that even though we had an election where the far right kind of got routed, Democrats did way better than most people expected.
Yeah, they did better than most people expected. That's true. That's true, because we expected them to just absolutely get annihilated and deleted out of existence. We expected them to just get a huge red wave. We called it a red tsunami, right? But I guess the fear-mongering tactics, the demonizing tactics of the other side. How many speeches did Biden get up and say the democracy's on the ballot, the other side is against America, we should fight them? And so I guess right now at this point there's more liberals in America than there are conservatives, which is a huge shift in American thinking. Huge shift. So I guess we could contribute those things to the win. I doubt. Oh, Democrats were just so amazing. That's why I voted for them, right? Oh my God, Democrats promised to actually get me abortion, even though they could have done it by codifying the law, by codifying Roe v. Wade while they're in office right now. Instead, I'm just going to listen to their promises in the future and follow along. Yeah, well, what the fuck? Are you dumb? You sound dumb as hell. Like, if anybody thinks, oh, people voted for them because out of the kindness of their heart, because they love them so much, and because Democrats actually give them a lot of value, I mean, you're wrong. You're flat out wrong.
Our system.
But I do agree. We thought there was going to be a tsunami, and I guess it wasn't as big of a tsunami of a red wave.
Is still comically.
Only Almara. It's Almanara.
Comically.
Almara.
Okay. So this is a report from Americans for Tax Fairness.
Karen, you're amazing.
New analysis finds that the 465 billionaires had pumped $881 million into the 2022 federal midterm elections by October. That's 27 times more than they contributed before Citizens United was decided.
Wow.
27 times more. By the time this cycle is over, their donations could climb to $1 billion.
Holy
so again,
shit.
465 billionaires. Look at this chart.
Bro, I didn't know we even have 465 billionaires. What? There's 465 billionaires. There's 465 people with $100 million? No, $1,000 million. What the fuck? That's crazy.
In 2010, the Citizens United decision dropped in 2010. In 2010, the red wave year, $32 million billionaires spent on the election. Fast forward to today, $881 million.
But how were the 2010 elections? Were they actually... So he's showing you a chart here saying that 2010 only 32 million, but in 2008, I mean, we elected Barack Obama, who was basically the bank president. President Goldman Sachs is who we elected. So there is no proof that... and plus in the midterms, we got pretty much the same corporatist, institutionist, Republicans and Democrats. So in Congress. So there's no real big difference. There's just more contributions, yeah, because I guess inflation is rising and a huge... over 10%, as you can see, but there is no correlation that, oh, here we had fair elections, then here we have unfair elections. There's no correlation with that.
So Citizens United was shooting a dead horse. It was basically putting the corruption in our elections on steroids. That's what it was. And so we go from 32 million to 881 million. They say 3/4 of that $881 million is coming from just 20 billionaire households.
Those are the ones really trying to rig elections. I wouldn't say every billionaire that ever donated is trying to rig elections. What? No, just because they're billionaires and they donate to congressional... They have to donate. They need tax cuts. They need tax cuts. And if they donate to a politician, you get tax cuts and you get a politician friend. Are you kidding me? That's the best of both worlds. So, of course, billionaires are going to donate a lot to elections. But this doesn't equate to fraud or any rigging. Now, the rigging could possibly happen from the top 20 billionaires that actually consistently pump that money in. That makes sense to me.
And 59%.
See how I think, Cass? Dude, Nikki Chica is online.
Of it is
She's back. She's finally back.
going to Republican PACs and candidates. Top donors include Richard and Elizabeth Uline, Ken Griffin, Jeffrey Yass, Peter Thiel, and George Soros. So look, this is something...
Same names.
Absolutely. Any right-wing voter who might not like me, might not like this show, might not like the candidates I like, I will shake your hand on it right now. If you say, no more George Soros money in elections, I say, deal. No George Soros, no Koch brothers. I will make that deal. Just get the billionaire money out of the system completely.
Oh, but he's okay with, what, millionaire money? This is weird to me, guys, because he's never going to advocate, don't donate your money to the Democrat. He's never once ever told you, do not donate to the squad, as much as Jimmy Dore begged for him to do that and asked for YouTubers to start telling people to stop donating to the Democrats. None of these YouTubers ever said, no, stop donating. But for some reason, he wants to stop donations from billionaires. See, this is the inconsistency of Kyle. He will never tell you, stop donating to the Democrats or the progressive squad or whatever you want to call them. But he wants these billionaires that are donating the most money to these people to stop doing it. You're inconsistent, Kyle. And you're screwing your own squad over. I bet you they get a lot of contributions from them. What's up, Real Mighty Joe? We're checking out this blondie here. Check him out.
Because fundamentally, this gets in the way of, one man, one vote. Because what you're doing is you're saying if money is speech, the billionaires have the biggest megaphone, and everybody else is whispering. I mean, are the politicians going to listen to some grandma in Cleveland, or are they going to listen to the person who just signed them a check for millions?
That's true, Kyle, but your chart does not prove that election rigging or election fraud increased. It just shows that there's an increase in money spending. But the 2010 elections, they're the same crony capitalists, they're the same crony institutionalists, they're the same corporatists that we have here in 2020. It's the same thing. We had Goldman Sachs for president in 2010, Barack Obama. So, yeah, there's less money in 2010, but it's the same results. So... I don't think it's just money out of politics. There's more incentives than that. I used to think it's just money, but I think there's more incentive than just money. I don't think AOC is fucking us over because she's trying to make a buck from the billionaires. She made more money from us. I bet you she was making more money from and gathering more donations in her campaign from the regular people than she is right now. I bet you 100%. So there's something in there. There's something we can't see. It's not just the money. I promise you. There's some kind of influence, some kind of power, some kind of promise that they're getting. Maybe it's out of fear. I don't know. But the corruption's from the beginning. There's a reason Citizen United decision was overruled in 2010, even though the donations were so low, because there was corruption already. So just because there's more money doesn't mean there's more corruption. The corruption already was there. Anyways, that's my logic of this. Let's see what Kyle comes up with.
For 7.4% of all political donations so far this cycle. These contributors aren't just drowning out voters' voices. Billionaires betting they're going to make great returns on investment. Billionaires are betting they're going to make great returns on investment.
As I said before, if I need a tax cut, it's a great return. I need a tax cut. I have billions of dollars. I need a tax cut. Am I going to go donate to charity? I could do that. I can go donate to my own charity that I funded and created myself. Or I need a tax cut and I want powerful friends. So I'm going to go donate to this politician. I get a tax cut and I get a good friend that will protect me, that will help me out. I'm a millionaire. I need... You see? You don't even need to win. I mean, him winning would help. I gave money to the winner. But you could give money to both of these people. It doesn't matter. To you, it doesn't matter. You're gaining friends. And if they have a problem with it, just say, hey, but I know that guy for a long time. I've been donating to him for a long time. I know he's your enemy, but I needed the tax cut, and he's a friend. That's it. You get me? So I know why billionaires have such a high percentage of donations into politicians. It doesn't have to be something creepy or degenerate like, oh, they're rigging elections. It's not necessarily that big. It could be just, oh, I needed a tax cut, and I needed a strong, good friend. If he wins, I get a strong, good politician friend that could help me with my business and get me some good deals, and I get a tax cut. So it's not necessarily completely all corruption. It could be just increasing influence, increasing power, increasing your network.
And that's
glad I caught you early today. Keep coming at the end of your streams. Yeah, that's true, Real Mighty. If you stream right after me, I'll send everybody to you. Oh, you're off? If you stream try to stream around 4:30, and I'll send everybody to you.
Exactly what happened, by the way.
Whoever's left.
Just taking the Uline family and Diane Hendricks. These billionaires spent $20 million to get Ron Johnson reelected in 2016. Their influence was rewarded with a special tax break secured by Johnson that saved them $80 million in taxes in 2018 alone. Wow. That is quite a number.
Exactly. See? My point has been proven. Khan's point will never be proven because you can't prove it. Because corruption has already existed. There's a reason Citizen United was fucking discarded. Because corruption already existed. Even before the money was coming in. My point, though, is coming in clear. They just wanted tax breaks. They wanted tax cuts. And they wanted strong friends. And they're getting it.
Now, by the way, these guys gave Ron Johnson a tremendous amount of money this time around. And it looked...
And to act like influencing politicians is to get a tax break. Rigging elections to get a tax break. They're not doing that. They're just donating to both politicians. Both sides, and whenever the politician wins, he gives his friends their tax breaks. That's how it goes. But yeah, to me, it's freaking clear as hell. But Khan Kalinske, for some reason, he can't get this around.
It's like he won. Now he didn't win by much. He was supposed to win by more. Like Mandela Barnes outperformed the polls. But what if he didn't have that money? What if Ron Johnson didn't have that billionaire money?
What's up, 990? How are you, boss?
Would he have
really
won?
Nice to see the team here.
Would he have won?
Guys, tomorrow. I'm thinking tomorrow. I don't think I have a camera guy, but I'm still gonna do it. I don't give a hoop to hoop. I'm gonna grab my O-ring or something and try to record some public interviews. What's a good time for me to do my public interviews, guys? Is it early in the morning? Should I do it in the afternoon? You guys tell me.
What percentage of his campaign funds disappear if you get rid of the billionaire money? He may have lost if it wasn't for... This is what I'm talking about. They buy elections. They rig the system in their favor. And then you wonder why we have a system...
Okay, that's a good point. What percentage of elections are switched... What percentage of... Okay, let me see his point again.
Billionaire money. What if Ron Johnson didn't have that billionaire money? Would he have won? Would he have won? What percentage of his...
I mean, asinine. I don't even want to think about it. Because absolutely doesn't make any difference. Because you can't prove that without his money he would have lost. You can't prove that.
Campaign funds disappear if you get rid of the billionaire money.
You can't prove that.
He may have lost.
You can't prove that. Prove it. I bet you can't prove it, Kyle. Prove it. Kyle, can you prove that because if he had less money he would have lost? Can you prove that? Go ahead.
This is what I'm talking about.
You can't prove it. It's unprovable. You can't prove it. It's just fucking making up shit.
Buy elections. They rig the system in their favor. And then you wonder why
he's just how is this guy's YouTube channel not removed? I get a strike for playing a video that somebody said on it there's election rigging. This guy's telling you the money is changing it with no proof, no evidence, nothing, just out of his mouth. And everybody's okay with it on his YouTube channel. His YouTube channel still has a million subscribers. The fuck?
System where it's like crumbs for...
But no, I get censored. I'm 200 subscriber guy. I get censored for playing one fucking Andrew Tate video. I get a strike. This guy can tell you in your face, oh, elections would be different if these fucking billionaires would just stop rigging these elections with their money. And that's totally cool. Wow. No evidence, no proof. Just shows you a chart that there was less money, now there's more. Still same kind of corruption, still same politicians are in office. No proof in whatsoever, but yeah, okay, sure. Let's say that elections are rigged, yeah, by money. Bro, he cannot prove to you or me that if there was less money, that candidate was going to lose. He can't prove it.
Regular people, but corporations, billionaires, the donor class, they get whatever they want. The military-industrial complex, Wall Street, Big Pharma, they get whatever they want.
Y'all are lucky, man. I still got to get to work. You're out here drinking beer at 3 p.m.
People fighting over crumbs.
I got my tea, that's all.
Uline have donated $67 million to Republican PACs and candidates so far this election cycle. Diane Hendricks has donated $22.6 million. A lot of that is going to help re-elect Johnson.
The thing about Kyle, he's a master at distraction, detouring, detracting you from your freaking from your path. I don't know, man. He can manipulate your mind, man. He absolute perfect propaganda. He's such a good propagandist, dude. Such a good propagandist. That's one thing about Kyle. He just sits there, keeps bringing up this money. Yeah, everybody donates. Everybody's donating. Yeah, okay, 60 million. There's a lot of money. AOC donated to Republicans. A lot of Democrats donated to Republicans. Yeah, this happens all the time. There's donations. Yeah, money moving all the time. You're the one. You're the ones that are okay with this. You guys are the ones okay with this. You guys are the ones that even elected Justice Democrats into office. You helped elect them. Kyle helped make them and elect them. You guys, you think Kyle is a little fucking... look at him. He looks like he's... I swear to God. Listen to me, guys. The CIA, they recruit the baby faces of everybody. 420. Real mighty Joe, I just read that. The CIA actually likes to recruit baby faces. They like to recruit people that you cannot even know. You wouldn't even tell they're from CIA if you look at them. They're like baby faced. Kyle, look at Kyle. He looks like a baby face. I swear to God, I'll make this allegation right now. I believe he's CIA. I believe 100% Kyle is CIA. He's a perfect propagandist. He gets his information all from mainstream media. And he basically has the same style, same influence, same kind of agenda and angle behind the stories, just like TYT. The same exact ones. So to me, and TYT, I can't trust them. I don't believe that they don't work with the CIA. And I believe Kyle as well is a CIA, could possibly be CIA. I don't have proof. But he doesn't have proof either that money is rigging elections.
Wow. So again, if she wasn't involved, if they didn't take that money and run misleading ads.
Okay, so what he said was the Uhelians have donated over 6-7 million to Republican PACs. Diane Hendricks has donated 22.6. And then he reads this out. Then he's like, and if they didn't have that money, they would have lost. What? Where the fuck did you get that stat from? What? No proof. No evidence, nothing. Just propaganda in your face, like he believes what the fuck he's saying. Just creating more discourse in America, creating more divide, creating more hate around Americans. Just like creating more anger, manipulating his viewers and his watchers. Absolutely disgusting. 100% CIA. 100% CIA in my opinion. I can't prove it because I don't have the sources or the resources. 100% CIA. I believe that 100%. Nobody as baby-faced as him can just make up allegations from his head like that without somebody telling him in his ear exactly what to say. Absolutely disgusting, man. Guys, you guys make tacos? I make shawarma. Man, I'm trying to figure out how to make hummus. Alright, we're done with this Kyle story. I'm done with him. We don't need to keep watching that video. He's just gonna keep showing you guys money and saying, oh, if this money didn't exist, this guy would lose. If this money wasn't here, this guy would lose too. This guy was gonna lose. Are you guys ready for this? I'm scared of playing this video because I know what you guys are gonna do. You guys are all gonna go on Pornhub and look up this guy's name. Alright guys, this is kind of exciting for me to cover. as you guys know, I'm an avid. What do you say? An avid porn watcher? Obviously, I'm joking. I'm not an avid porn watcher. I hate porn. I think porn is a disgrace. I think porn is humiliating. And you see porn stars even after they're having porn till now. Even with all liberalized America, till now, Mia Khalifa can't get a husband. Riley Reid will marry the first person she fucking meets. She literally meets this guy the same day I think she marries him, or the same week. It's insane. They have no more values whatsoever. They just try to catch any guy they can, and they all have problems. Every porn star, I almost call them prostitute. Every porn star has relationship issues. She barely can keep a guy, and even with all of liberalized America. So this is proof that it's a disgrace. It's humiliating to the women. It destroys relationships. And what a better way to run a congressional campaign. Look at the story, guys. Manhattan congressional candidate publishes a porn video to highlight his sex-positive platform. The degeneracy of America, dude. Right on display. Insane. Of course, he lost. Mikhail Itkis, running against Representative Jerry Nadler, and wants to legalize sex work. Obviously, he lost. This sex video he published did not work. The girl is hot as fuck, though, guys. That's crazy how hot she is. He must, I don't know if he paid a lot of money or what it is. I'm American, been married for 12 years. Yeah, Cass, but you're also you're almost more traditional than most Americans. Most Americans are not traditional at all. Like, right now, what? She's 18, 19, she's got 20 body count. It's crazy. It's like the world has changed very, very fast. All right, guys, let's read the story. In a grunt for attention, third-party congressional candidate Mike Itkis has released a sex tape to highlight his sex-positive campaign platform. Look, when they tell you at 53 you're done, don't believe them. Look at this guy. He made the video at 53. 53-year-old Army Cyber Operations Officer. Nice. It's a fucking CIA operative. Nice. It's an ex-FBI, ex-CIA, whatever operative. Is bound to lose to Representative Jerry Nadler. And he lost big, guys. He lost big. I'll show you guys how he lost. 0.3%. Yeah, 0.3% of the vote. I bet you he did not make that video just for a fucking, just for the campaign. And so... No, he didn't make that video just for the campaign. I promise you that. But he posted the 13-minute video. That's all it was? 13 minutes? Come on, man. You can do better. I guess at 53, man, the Viagra hits different. To a popular online porn site, Pornhub. Excuse me. I don't think I'm even allowed to say that shit. What the fuck? Am I going to get banned? Oh, yeah. With porn performer Nicole Sage. Everyone's looking up this name right now. As conservative, a conversation piece. He told City and State if I would just talk about it, it wouldn't demonstrate my commitment to the issue. And the fact I actually did it was a huge learning experience and actually influenced items on my platform. What the fuck? Imagine a 53-year-old finally learning about sex after doing a porno. What? He finally had a learning experience at 53. About the sex workers. What, he had an epiphany? He's like, oh, as long as they're hot and they're young, I'll let him do it. Better influenced him. See? Shit like that would influence elections, right? Yo, you know what's so crazy? People used to push out sex tapes as blackmail. Right? They used to blackmail congressional candidates. Hey, we have you on video fucking this person. Or we have you on video with your dick out. Now, they do it to run for elections. And as you can see, it's such a degenerate stance. Most of America will All of America won't even accept it. It's 0.3%. It didn't help him in any way except by releasing his nuts, by releasing his pent-up anger on Nicole Sage. Poor girl, man. This is the thing, man. These women are being used. I swear to God, I feel so bad for these women. She's being used. She's being used. He's never gonna hit her up again. He got what he wanted from her. What did he pay her? $10,000? Still worth it. This is $10,000 of advertisement. It's hella worth it, bro. So 30 minutes. I doubt Nicole was impressed. If I would just... Okay, anyways. His issues included legalizing sex work. Wow. In a time where Americans cannot fucking eat. Inflation is rising. Gas is over fucking almost $4 a gallon. We're almost at a nuclear annihilation. But this guy's biggest issue is legalizing sex work. Guys, I can't make this shit up. I cannot make this shit up. What is this? What kind of degeneracy do we live in? Oh my God. What is happening to America? This is the most important thing on people's minds? Legalizing sex work? You would think he's Hassan Abi. Anyways. If I didn't see him on his picture, I would think they're talking about Hassan Abi. Anyways, making sexual rights explicit. That's all he cares about. Do not rely on privacy or free speech rights, his campaign site reads. Where sex positivity is one of just 3 campaign issues, which are all thin on details. Yeah, because there's nothing behind him. He just wants to have a lot of sex. Nice one, Cast. End of the empire. I don't have a problem with legal sex work. Man, I have a big problem with legal sex work. I have a big problem with legal sex work. They lie to the women. They cheat them out of their future. They cheat them out of their youth. The woman, there's no amount of money you can give a woman that's worth having sex with her. It has to be an emotional connection, or the woman herself gets damaged. The woman gets damaged. The problem is, Real Mighty Joe, you're looking at it from our perspective. Our perspective, man, our dicks just go in. These women, they're getting penetrated. They're getting all the energy. We don't even understand half the damage that they're going through mentally, let alone emotionally speaking. Or maybe even physically. Oh my God, what if she's been ran through? Who's gonna marry her? Okay. So Joe, Real Mighty Joe, think about this. You're okay with legal sex work. Would you marry an ex? I don't even know what to say, man. It's almost disgusting for me to finish this sentence. Would you marry an ex-prostitute? Then you're not okay with legal sex work. That's the test. That's the litmus test. Would you marry an ex-worker? No? Okay, that's it. You're not okay with it. Itkis, whose bio identifies himself as not married, no kids, not celibate, atheist. He really gives a fuck. He really cares about sex. He really cares about sex. This is on his bio. Probably on Twitter or something. I'm pro-freedom. Freedom to what? To destroy a woman's future, to destroy her body, to destroy her her actual, to embarrass the woman. The freedom to do what? To look at all these porn stars. Lana Rhodes can't keep a guy. Nobody will marry her. She's getting with famous people and they're leaving her. Mia Khalifa can't keep a husband. They keep sending him X videos of her having sex and he fucking divorced her. Who else? Riley Reid marries the first guy she sees. Literally the first guy she sees. I'm not joking. She married the guy within a week because she cannot find a guy. These women, They've been just absolutely demolished. They cannot keep a relationship. They cannot keep a healthy relationship anymore. It's absolutely done. Look it up, man. Look it up. These women, it's over for them. Like, no, what high value man is gonna marry an ex prostitute? What millionaire? Let's say I'm a regular average Joe. I'm not even high value man. Let's say average real mighty Joe. And I'm an average Joe, right? I'm not gonna marry a prostitute. Hell nah. Even if she's an ex-prostitute, I don't care. She's gonna lie to me about her body. If women were not damaged by this stuff, why do they always lie about their body count? Why are they so embarrassed to say their body count out loud then? If legal sex work does not damage women, why are women till today, with all the liberalization of America, when they say the word 30 or 40, most women won't even tell you their body count, first of all. They won't even say it. And then when they do say it, and they say 30 or 40, and they you can sense it. They feel embarrassed. They feel embarrassed. I swear to God, I've been watching Fresh and Fit. The first question on their podcast when they bring in the girls, where are you from? What's your Instagram? What do you do for a living? And what's your body count? Not one single person, maybe one girl out of 4 or 5 shows will just lavish it out. No girl ever gives out her body count, ever, unless it's really low. When they're really low, the girls are really proud of their body count, so they'll say it out loud. But when it's high, they immediately cancel the conversation, immediately delete the conversation. And every day, Fresh and Fit, Myron always tells the girls, always lie about your body count, always lie about it. Because men will divorce you immediately. They will get rid of you the second they know the truth. Why is that happening? If legal sex work is cool and everybody's cool with it, why are the girls so... Thank you, Real Mighty Joe. You're the best, man. Bro, Real Mighty Joe, thank you, man. What are you talking about? If that is what they choose to do, the women all made that choice. Not many. Muhammad did, though. A few other saints have. What do you mean? Jesus? What? I don't understand what Real Mighty Joe is getting to. But yeah, like... I don't know when the ad's going to be finished. But, Joe, think about it. On Fresh and Fit... The girls will not say their body counts if it's too high. They won't ever develop, like, say it out loud. And you know what's a high body count for a woman? You know what's a high body count for a woman? A high body count for a woman is over 30. Like, if the woman on Fresh and Fit has over 30 or over 20, she will never tell you her body count. Like, I've seen women say 40 and immediately they felt embarrassed. Immediately. You could see it. As far as marrying prostitutes, I don't know. I don't think Prophet Muhammad ever married a prostitute. I don't think Jesus, peace be upon him, ever married a prostitute either. I don't think so. Most are addicted to drugs. Yeah, the women, I promise you, it's not a Real Mighty Joe. They're being lied to. These women, they think they're coming into an opportunity. Most of the women, they don't even come into the sex work industry. They come in as models. Then they get used up. Most of the women that get into porn, they never even walked in to get into porn. They walked in, like Lana Rhoades, for example. She'll tell you, she was used. Lana Rhoades has a story where she came into model. Mia Khalifa has the same story, man. She came into model. They told her, no, it's better to do porn. You'll make more money. You'll get famous. They lied to her. Now she can't keep a guy. She actually believes she's going to get famous. Till now, she's fighting to delete every single one of her pornos. Lana Rhoades, same thing. She's trying to delete all her... If sex work is so cool, why are these ex-porn stars trying to get rid of all their ex-work? All their ex-videos off the internet? It's embarrassing. It's destroying their future. It's embarrassing their relationships. No husband will ever marry them when millions of guys are sending him photos of big dicks running through his wife. No husband will ever have that to happen to him. Let's think about this clearly. Mary Magdalene. I don't even think Jesus was ever married. Jesus got married? I don't think Jesus ever got married. Because he was born with prophethood. He was born a prophet. I don't think he ever got married. He was born with prophethood. He was born speaking. And then he stopped speaking. Muhammad had no concubines most of his life when he was married to Khadija. That's true. Also, Muhammad, when he was married to Khadija, he wasn't a Muslim. He hadn't gotten the message yet. After he got the message, Khadija died the same year or 1 year after his message was received. So that means he wasn't even Muslim, first of all. And then Muhammad was sent 2 women as a gift from the Byzantine ruler of Alexandria. That's not true. This is not true, my brother, because when he was with Khadija, he hadn't even came up with prophethood. He didn't have prophethood yet, first of all. So nobody even, King of Alexandria didn't even know who Muhammad was. And then second of all, it wasn't except after 10 years was Islam actually prevalent in the area. So he was 40 when he got the message. Imagine, 40-year-old man got the message. By the age of 50 to 53, I think, is when the actual message became prevalent in his nation. So for 10 years, it was a hidden message of Islam. For 10 years. And this is after Khadija died. So 9 years after her death, it was still a hidden message. So, and King of Alexandria never sent him presents. I don't think so. I don't know where you got that story from. It's a good story though. But yeah, guys, serious. If sex work is super cool, why is Mia Khalifa trying to delete all her videos from the internet? Why is Mia Khalifa's husband divorcing her after marrying her? Because he's getting millions people sending him videos of his wife being fucking ran through, trained over. The fast as fuck. She's not trying. What's up, boss? What's up, fast as fuck? If sex work is so amazing, why is Lana Rhoades trying to delete all her videos from the internet? Why can Lana Rhoades not hold a man? Why is Riley Reid can't hold a man? Why all these ex-porn stars trying to get rid of all these videos from the online and they can't get rid of it? So, Mike Itkus, thank you so much for this laugh. Fast as fuck, we were just talking about this. I'm gonna go ahead and make a porno and then run for Congress. But apparently this doesn't work. Honestly, I thought in degenerate liberal America this should work. I guess not. 0.3% is all the vote he got. And he lost hugely to Jerry Nadler. And he was a third party, so it wasn't like he was Republican or anything. He was independent. And probably ex-CIA. Looks like he's CIA. He used to be in the army. And it's the Working Families Party. Jerry Nadler won. 81% of the vote. Damn, Democrats took over that fucking election. What is that? New York's congressional district. Man, anything goes in New York. Anything goes in New York. All right, let's read this. Let's read this a little bit, guys. Islamic view on concubinage. Let's look at this. This is Wikipedia. Oh man, bro, you know what's so crazy? There are certain things about Islam I will not even try to tell you I know what it is. But Wikipedia, who is not an Islamic scholar, knows nothing about Islam, will publish anything. Anything, they'll publish anything. There's certain things I'm too scared to even mention. Because I'm not sure about. Look, I can edit this too. But I have to, I can edit without logging in? No way. Hey? No way. Where is it? Right here. There's no way I just edit this. Holy shit! Did I just... Real Mighty Joe, did you just see what just happened? How can you trust a source like this? How can anyone trust a source like this? Real Mighty Joe, I take it as it is, but how can you trust the source? And I literally just fucking edited it. Yo, I'm refreshing. Look. I swear I'm refreshing. Okay, I'm gonna close it and look for it again. No, wait, no. I actually edited the document, dude. What the fuck? I did not know it was that easy. What the okay, I'm closing it again. Okay, guys, I'm gonna prove to you. Look. I'm gonna show you. I'm literally closing the whole webpage. That's crazy. I'm actually scared right now. I don't know if Wikipedia will sue me. Okay, so I'm closing this. Alright. Then I'm opening it again. Alright, I'll open incognito. How the hell do you open incognito again? Control N. Alright, we're in incognito. Control N, right? No, Control N gives you a new tab. Is it Control I? No. How do you open incognito again? How do you open incognito? I don't know how to open incognito. Let me see. New private window, is that what it is? Yeah, this is it, right? This is incognito. Alright, let me try to put this in. Wait a minute. Oh man, no. It's because I can't copy that link. Damn it, man. What just happened? Okay, right here. Bro, I need this link. Alright. Control C. No! Shift C I clicked. Fuck. Control C. Go to the incognito. And let me show you guys. I'm going to put it in. Control V. Oh, it's not in there. Okay, never mind. Alright, never mind. Okay. That was crazy. Imagine I can edit that shit. Bro, so that means if I act like I know what I'm doing, I could literally just... That's crazy. Anyways, let's read this up. Damn, I thought I actually edited that shit. Sometimes crazy edits stay up for hours. It's not a good serve, but there is a number of the same story. If the edit is good, it stays. Wow. So this edit for sure is not going to stay. Yeah, I can't even see it on incognito mode. In classical Islamic law, a concubine, basically a slave woman with whom her master engaged in sexual relations. Concubinage was widely accepted by Muslim scholars in pre-modern times. You know why, right? Is that true, though? No, concubinage was never accepted. Was it? Look, okay, so this is the thing. Concubinage was never accepted. It was never accepted. Not one... Not even Solomon, who had like 1,000 or 300, they call them concubines, but they were all his wives. So back in the day of Solomon, the age of Solomon, peace be upon him, one of the strongest prophets ever existed, the son of David, the guy that controlled the jinns and the devils. He used to beat them with a stick. How do you know Solomon was a Muslim? He came with the prophethood. What are you talking about? He came with the one message. He came to one God. Remember the story where he went, talked to the bird, or the bird came to him, he spoke to him? Bro, Solomon was a genius. David, first of all, was the best judge of all of time. One of the best judges. David the Jew. David versus Goliath. One of the best judges. He has a son, Solomon. Solomon asks for kingdom on earth. God gives him kingdom on earth. God gives him the best king. Solomon asks for the biggest, best kingdom on earth that anyone will ever possess. And he gets it. Because God, whatever his prophets ask for, they will give it to him. That's why Prophet Muhammad asked for solitude and loneliness and poverty. Because he didn't want to lose his... he didn't want to become corrupt. But Solomon, at his day and age, he needed the kingdom to take over the world. He wanted to take over the world and spread his prophethood. and the message of his prophethood. So he came with the prophethood. He was already a judge. He was the son of one of the strongest judges in the world, David. You guys know David and Goliath, right? He's the son of one of the strongest judges. At a very young age, he was a very strong judge. David is a Jew. Where do you think our heritage comes from? It's from the Jews. Us Muslims, our heritage comes from the Jews. We believe in Moses. We believe in Abraham. We believe in all of these Jewish, these Jewish. They call their religion Jew, but it was basically a message of one God. Okay, so we have their lineage. Us Muslims, we have the lineage from the Jews. So Solomon was a Jew, but basically you guys call them Jews, but it really is the same message as it is today. It's just a little different. The message changed over time. So for example, for Solomon, he was allowed to have as many wives as he wants in his time. As many wives as he wanted. He could have as many wives as he wanted. He had kingdom on earth. He had control of jinns. He had control of wind. He used to send carpets. He used to send people on carpets and travel the world. He used to speak to animals. This is all Prophet Solomon. You guys don't know about these stories? So Solomon had 1,000 wives. They're not 1,000 concubines. 1,000 wives is what we say. Abraham had 2 wives. I don't know how many wives David had, but none of them ever had concubines. Prophet Muhammad never had a concubine. Prophet Muhammad didn't even get married till he was like 35, 36, and he married an older woman, a widowed woman. He wasn't interested at all in even before prophethood. He wasn't interested in that stuff. He was interested in other things. He was always contemplating, always thinking about life. So what's up? Okay, anyway, so let's get to the story. So Solomon, even though he had 1,000 women, all of them were his wives. He's the guy that started the story of the harem. You know what harem is, guys? Harem is the Arabic word for woman. Harim. It's the actual word is harim. Harim is the plural of one woman. Hurma is one woman. Harim is multiple women. Harem came from that word. So Solomon is the actual creator. Like he's the first person that ever had a harem. All right. Basically, a harem is basically harim, just a bunch of women, plural of women that just devoted their whole lives to him. Not one prophet. I don't know. Maybe in the Bible you guys have concubines. In the Quran, not one prophet could make a great sin. Not one prophet can make a great sin. They can make minor sins. They can punch somebody out of anger. They can get in an argument. They can get hot-headed quickly. But not one of them will ever cheat. Not one of them will ever lie. Not one of them will drink alcohol. Not one of them will do drugs. Not one of them will do adultery or commit adultery. That's why they were chosen for prophethood, bro. You have to understand they were tested. What's up, Serveticus? Bro, I remember you from a long time ago. When I was in Egypt, I saw a guy with 4 wives. Yeah, 4 wives. Now the number is 4. Before, it used to be unlimited. It used to be... Prophet Muhammad had 9, and he's the one that started the heritage of Islam. And Islam now only has 4, but Prophet Muhammad had 9 wives. Why did he have 9 wives? He used to marry his... he used to be a battle... Prophet Muhammad was a warrior, right? He was a general leader. He used to lead armies into war. So when his friends would die and leave women behind, he used to feel like he used to feel responsible for the women because he used to lead these people into their own deaths. So even though they were very victorious early on, they did win a lot of wars, and they did had very very small amount of casualties. You know, the whole like taking over of Saudi Arabia and the Middle East in Islam, I think less than 1,000 Muslims died. Less than 1,000 Muslims died, and there was like 14 wars, 14 wars, and less than 1,000 Muslims died. It's insane. And so I think Prophet Muhammad was in 14 wars. I think that's the number. I see everything I'm saying. I'm paraphrasing. I could be wrong, guys. Do not take this as gospel. I will not, on the day of judgment, I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, Manar told me so I believe them. God, you have to punish him. No, you can't use me. This is paraphrasing. I'm just giving you an idea of what I understand. Let's try to stay clear of the conversation as much as possible. So basically, Krishna had 72,000 wives. So I don't know about Krishna. But I do believe there were prophets that came to different nations. Like, let's say they went to India, they went to China, they went to other places. And they had a specific message for the people. Just as Jesus, peace be upon him, had a very specific message to the Nazarites, to the Jews in his area. How Prophet Moses had a very specific message to his own people. The Jews, for example, they have different laws than Muslims. It's because every time has their own message. So it's the same message, it's one God, but the rules differ. Like we said, Solomon had thousands of wives. Now the rules went down to only 4. Maybe back in the day you could drink alcohol. I know in the conception of Islam, for the first 13 years, people could drink as much alcohol as they want. There was no ruling against alcohol. It was only after Islam won so many wars and it was established in the country, that is when God chose to put that ruling in. And in the book, he says, have you not had enough? Is it not time for you to quit those earthly desires and quit doing alcohol? Because of God started with, if you are Muslim, you cannot drink alcohol, nobody would become Muslim. Nobody would become Muslim. Everybody would leave that religion. But it was the genius of God. The same day that ruling came, everybody in there quit. Man, some of the best people in the world are the first Muslims. Some of the best people. Some of the strongest people in the world. Jesus is not a prophet for Christians. I know we differ on this a little bit. But he did come with a message, right? He had a certain message from God. He did come and deliver. He told people, make sure you guys do not covet your neighbor's wife. Very similar to Moses' message, right? Actually, he did say himself, he said, I am not here to break my old brothers, which is Moses' message. I'm here to enlighten and bring more. Why? Because every nation has their own message. Every nation has their own. So maybe Krishna, they did have 72,000 virgins. Wives. Maybe Krishna did have. Maybe Krishna was a prophet, and he did come with the message of one God, and then he had as many wives as he wanted or something because he had a huge kingdom. Maybe I don't know. Maybe that story is made up. I don't know. But to me, it makes sense if Krishna. There is more of the. If there was Moses, Abraham, Adam, Noah, all these prophets, you don't think there's gonna be Krishnas and Mithnas and Buddhas and all of these probably are the same messengers. Their message was always to believe in one God, and then over time that message shifted, and then also the people changed the message. For example, Jesus, peace be upon him, came with "Do not drink alcohol." Now people will drink wine to celebrate Jesus, peace be upon him. For example, in the Bible it says, "Do not eat the pig, the pork." And I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings here or anything. I'm just being real. It's super realistic. I'm actually going to read it from the actual quote. I'm not going to paraphrase here. So let's go here. Pork in the Bible. Pork in the Bible. It's such an amazing message. Amazing. Why? Because it was extremely clear. Extremely clear. Look how clear. There's no there's certain things in religion, in scripture that is not clear. For example, there's life after death. How can I don't know if that's true or not. Nobody can ever tell you if that's true or not. It's ambiguous. It could be right, could be wrong. Nobody knows. But there's no way this could be ambiguous in any way. This is 100% truth. Look at this. And the pig, because it parts the hoof and it's cloven-footed, but does not chew the cud, which the cud is greenery, is unclean to you. You shall not eat any of their flesh. You shall not touch their carcasses. They are unclean to you. It says in their quote, you shall not eat any of its flesh. What do Christians do these days? You see what I mean? The people switch the message up. Oh, but Pete said whatever you put onto your stomach or onto your body is good for you. Yahi, I'm telling you, it's here in Leviticus. Look how many quotes. Those who sanctify and purify themselves to go into the garden, following one in the midst, eating pig's flesh and the abomination and mice shall come to an end together, declares the Lord. This is talking shit about people that eat pork in the Bible. Can I call you in a few? Region is my jam. I can jump in Discord. Okay, stop by in Discord. Stop by the Discord. I'll be in the steam room. Stop by. Look at this. And the pig, because it parts the hoof and is cloven-footed but does not chew the cud, is unclean to you. How many times does he have to say that? No ambiguity whatsoever. Yet still Christians will call themselves Christians, and they will say, we follow the message of Jesus, and still will eat the pig. Why? Because people changed so Krishna, maybe he came, you're only allowed one God, no images, I can have as many wives as you want, but the people changed that up. Now they have images of God. Now Krishna himself became a God, just as Jesus, peace be upon him, became a God to the Christians. It's very easy to manipulate this stuff, especially over time. That's what Satan's job is to take time. That's why Adam, for the first thousands of years, he never ate the apple. It took Satan so much time to keep pressuring him, to keep lying to him, to keep influencing him to change. You know, it took thousands of years for Adam to eat the apple. You understand that, right? Yeah, but in the Old Testament, they said that there's only 165,000 people going to heaven. Where is that quote? Show me the quote. And that's it. There's no more, there's no less. So do you really want to go into this in the Bible? What do you mean? I mean, I thought you guys believe in the Bible. What's going on there? Because we have 7 billion people on the planet, and we were talking about 167. Can you show me that 167? It could be you took it out of quote. Maybe he's talking about the actual Jewish tribes. Maybe 165,000 people were Jewish at that time. Maybe that's what he's talking about. Maybe it could be very easily out of context. What's up, Gaddafi? I don't know how we developed into religion, guys. But I'm not trying to offend anybody. But I'm telling you, like, yeah, Krishna, maybe he had 72,000 wives or whatever, but he could be a prophet. He could have came with the message, and then now Indians believe that Krishna is a god and that you can worship him and you can make images of him. But maybe he came and it wasn't like that. Just how in the beginning, Jesus always told people, do not eat the pork, do not eat the pork. This is unclean to you, it's unclean. Still, till today, they're doing it. It's the same thing. It's also easy to manipulate any other beliefs, including Islam. Islam isn't immune to manipulation. All right, let's read this. How many people will go into heaven? It's not even sensational, clickbait title, but I'm sure there are readers that never click the link faster. Is there something that like that in the Bible? Did God set a certain number of spaces in his kingdom? Okay, but why is there even a question in the first place? Because in the book of Revelation, there actually is a number that appears, 144,000, who are gathered in God's kingdom. So let's look deeper into the Bible to learn about that, the people that are prophesied to enter heaven. Yeah, there were people that were... Imagine this, man. Imagine in your lifetime, a prophet walks up to you, Prophet Muhammad comes to you. He says, you're destined for heaven.
I do that. Jump in here, is that right?
What up, Joe? He says you're destined for heaven. What a gift! And we've had that in Islam. We've had.
There we go. All right, I'm in your stream room. Here, let me.
Can you hear me?
Why I was allowed to just jump into your stream room like that? I thought you told me to jump in the lounge, but I jumped into the other one.
No. Yeah. Here, this one. What's up, bro? Mighty Joe? How are you?
Oh man, I'm chilling, brother. Yeah. So the story of Krishna, that's kind of the area that I've studied the most, is like Hinduism, Vedic religion, that type of stuff. I've studied quite a bit of that. The story of Krishna is more of a teaching tale, and the 72,000 wives, it actually is more of a tantric teaching tale. It relates to the 72,000 nadis, or 72,000 energy channels of the body. And then out of those, 10 were his favorite, which are the 10 gateways to the body: the eyes, the ears, the nostrils, the mouth, genitals, anus, right? And navel.
Sure.
And then out of those, 3 were his favorite, which are the left and right nostril, which relate to Ida and Pingala, or the moon and sun channel, as well as Sushumna, or the central channel, where they're both in harmony. And then Rada was his favorite out of all of them. And Rada is Dada backwards, which means concentration. And so upward moving concentration is Dada. And so Rada is like one pointed inward focus. That was his favorite wife. So there you go. That's what that one's really
Interesting.
all about. So when they say you have 72,000 wives, it's not meant to be taken literally in the culture at all. You know.
So it's almost like me saying I have 500 friends on Facebook, but I really only talk to 5 guys every day.
Yeah, something like that.
Or so basically, he's talking about his body parts and his most beloved body parts that he would not allow.
Well, not like that. It's like it's like I mean, there's all sorts of myths and fantastical things, but they all mean like much more than the story. It's the concept of the parable or the teaching tale, right? It's like it's not meant to be taken at face value. It's meant to be taken on a deeper level. And so with a lot of Hinduism, it's more like when you get into things like Patanjali and the Yoga Sutras, you know, he makes these like really powerful, potent little statements, but it's meant to be like unpacked and examined it. And, you know, like one little thread of word is an hour talk for the teacher, you know, and things like that. So, and that's the same thing with like Islam or the same thing with any other religion. It's like one little shloka, one little parable, one little line is meant to be unpacked and meditated, you know, and it's going to take you a lifetime to get the fruit of it, you know.
Damn, I didn't know that. Is that Hindu? Is that the religion Hindu?
Yeah. Sanatana Dharma is like kind of what they would call it, which means the eternal path or the eternal way. It's old. But that relates a little bit like, you know, so like I'm trained in like traditional Vedic fire ceremony and stuff like that. I studied with a Hindu Swami, you know, and studied yoga and Ayurveda and all that stuff.
What's the name of the scriptures that they read from? I forget what it was.
So there's the Vedas.
The Vedas. You know,
and you also have like the Mahabharata and the Ramayana and all these other big texts, and then you have so you have what's called like the Vedas, and then you have the Upavedas, which are like texts that came like generations later of people like distilling the Vedas down, things like that, you know.
All right, because I know something about the Vedas. I know in the Vedas it speaks about not making an image of God. So it's kind of crazy to me that Krishna has became.
Well, not necessarily. No, actually, they have what's called a murti, which is just that. It's actually so it's the like God invoked into an image. So to call God into an image, to call God into
forehead.
A
what's up, boss?
So it's like, you know, it's not the entirety of God, but it's like, all right, I'm bringing a little piece of God into this. This is my marker in my meditation to remind me of that place that I was in prayer, you know.
What's up, Grip and
so
Time?
Like an image of my guru brings me comfort because it reminds me of all the stories he told me, all the things he taught me. But he was a conduit to God for me, right?
I know, but I remember because I used to watch Zakir Naik, and he used to argue a lot with a lot of the Hindus because he used to do a lot of talks in India. And they used to one of the biggest questions that they always ask is, why is there only one God? Why can they not worship? Because I know in the Hindus,
so like in Hinduism, they actually do, like most people like either are like a Shaivite or a Vaishnavite or something like that. So they have one God that they worship, but they understand that like that one main God appears in many aspects and flavors, right?
Yeah.
So like they classify him as a polytheistic tradition, but it's not really in the same sense that the Greek polytheistic tradition was, where they had these very distinct different gods, and kind of the way they set it up. There's always this understanding like Shiva worships Vishnu in his like mythology or his like life, but Vishnu worships Shiva in his life. So it's that Guru Shishya relationship, that concept of you know, these different aeons or eras where these different people.
Sir Leviticus, you might. You know? I don't. No comment. Yeah. So Joe, the thing is, I think.
Well, and according to them, I mean, like we're millions of years old. And,
so who's right though? Who's right? Is the person that is worshiping Vishnu only Vishnu correct, so, like, or is the person that makes his an image of Vishnu and puts it on a necklace and he says this is.
you have Shiva, like, so there's a trinity, like a holy trinity. You have Brahma,
Holy
Vishnu, and
Trinity.
Shiva, right? So you have Brahma, the creator, Vishnu, the sustainer, and Shiva, the destroyer. They're all aspects of what would be beyond what you would call Para Brahman, which is like before creation, which is like kind of the absolute, if you will. And so I also, my main favorite flavor of Hinduism is Advaita Vedanta, which is a very like no bullshit kind of way of like all things are one. It can't be like separated. We're all different aspects of that same oneness. So like in our consciousness, but like at the same time, our consciousness comes from the whole. Our bodies come from the whole and go back to the whole, and so we're all just the whole, and we think we're little, and we identify with that, and then when we remember that we're all, then we can chill in that,
So let me ask you this: do you actually believe there's one God? How many gods, or what do you believe in? Do you believe in the Trinity? What do you believe?
I believe that there's one. I believe that the divinity is that. It's just that. But I believe there's feminine and masculine aspects to that. But in the end, the totality is one. The totality is one. Like, we're not separate from God, in my opinion.
I just want to. I want to get a clear understanding, because you keep saying no, yes, then you say no, or no, then you say yes. So there is one God, or there's multiple
different aspects of the same God. So it's like, or a different flavor. So it's basically like me wearing different clothes. I'm still God, whether I'm dressed to the nines or dressed like a bum. But those are, or what I'm doing, So like, think of it like this. So there's a great line at the end of the Yoga Sutras. It's a definition of enlightenment, and what it says is, when you see yourself in the entirety of the universe, and the entirety of the universe within yourself, that is Kaivalyam, that is enlightenment.
Okay.
I'll say it twice. So when you see yourself in the universe, I see myself in every blade of grass and every tree, and I see everything that I see within myself, that is enlightenment. Am I there yet?
Yeah. Honestly, the problem is my only problem is how do you know what you're looking at is truth? For example, how do you know that whatever came to you
that is in me, the aliveness that is in me is the same as the aliveness in you? What makes me tick and what makes you tick, and it animates us right now. What gives us the breath of life, what the prana, the life that's moving through me, is the same life that's moving through you, same life moving through these trees behind me. I know my lighting is shit, but it's overcast and I have no like bright light in front of me.
So are we all one? We're all the same being?
Yeah. Like you or me and I am you. Yeah. There's a yum you yamayam is a Sanskrit thing. All right. So here's another one.
No, I'm just trying to understand. Wait, Joe. I'm just trying to understand. Is there heaven and hell?
I'm presenting a classic case of Hinduism for you. All right. So in Hinduism,
what?
And again, Hinduism is actually a shitty word because it's an English word to describe Sanatana Dharma and like about 5,000 religions. So,
yeah.
So there's also that.
You can say the
all those people over there, they're a bunch of Hindus, but that's not true. There are like Shaivites and Vaishnavites and many other things. They're
Let's stick with the Shaivites. Can we stick with the Shaivites?
So Shiva's one of my main dudes. But,
yeah, let's stick there.
Hold on. Let me give you what's called the Mahavakyas first. So this is like kind of like everybody will kind of agree with this. So Itad Sarvam Brahma Satchidananda Aham Brahmasmi Tatvamasi. So that's 4 lines. So Itad Sarvam Brahma. Everything I see is Brahma, and Brahma means that which is always expanding, but that's also one of the, so it's a name for the universe. It's a name for the totality, like the creation that always expands. Brahma, right? Itad Sarvam Brahma. Everything is Brahma.
Can Brahma
Brahma is truth, consciousness.
Allah, I can't speak.
Bliss.
So do you think can Brahma be a sign? Can Brahma be a sign?
Brahmasmi, I am this Brahma. Tatvamasi, you are as well. So those are called the 4 Mahavakyas, or the 4 great statements.
Okay, but what do they relate to? Like, what do you understand from them? That there's
so everything is Brahma. Brahma is truth, consciousness, and bliss. right? And Ananda is a very interesting word because Ananda with a short A means ignorance. Ananda, the word for bliss, is the lack of ignorance, right?
But
Ananda.
what
So really what that says is, bliss is a poor translation. It would be Brahma is truth, consciousness, and the lack of ignorance.
to me, I almost understood Brahma as a sign. Everything is a sign that God exists. As whatever you see is
God is in everything and is everywhere, and that's something that the Muslims agree. You know, in Islam, God is everything, literally.
no, no,
I
no.
mean,
God,
my
we
understanding.
don't agree that God's everything. We agree that God, whatever we see, gives us the understanding that God exists. So, for example, God having the skies above you, looking at them, that's a sign that God exists because there's a sky above you. Who's holding it up? Looking at a tree, why is it green in color and then changes color? That's a sign that God exists. So, but that's only to true Muslims. They can actually see these signs. The regular people will never.
I love Rumi. Like, my favorite poet Rumi. He's a Sufi. So, and I've actually spent some time hanging with some Sufis, and I've gone to some Sufi masses and stuff up in New York. You know, Sufis are quite interesting because they'll read from 10 books. You know,
Yeah,
they'll read from the Bible. They'll read from Hafiz.
exactly. See, this is the thing.
They'll read from.
No, that's not a Sufi thing. That's that's not a Sufi thing. That's a New York religion thing. That's a New York Islam thing. I promise you, it's not a Sufi thing. It's a New York is very liberal.
So that's a thing. That's an American thing too.
No, it's not an American. No. I'll explain to you. I'll explain to you. There in New York, there's a gay imam. There is no other gay imam.
We had people like Alan Watts and stuff, and all those guys back in the day. All these great philosophers.
What does that have to do with anything?
That would read from all these different holy books. So it is some level of American tradition. You know, I can't hear you. Are you muted?
No. That's fine, Alan Watts. But what I'm trying to say is, in like, I would say it's not an American thing. It's a New York thing. It's a New York. They usually mess up with.
New York. Spent some time in both places.
I mean, any person, any Muslim who goes to New York and goes to these mosques will not pray in these mosques. There's like gay imams, there's women imams in these mosques. You can't pray. Actually, if I'm Sufi, I'm not gonna go. I'm not allowed to pray in these mosques, man. It's a New York thing. It's not an American thing.
So the Sunni and Shiite, can you kind of just re-educate?
So Sunni,
right?
Yeah. So Sunni, I'm Sunni. Sunni is people that believe that Prophet Muhammad was the final prophet and there's no prophet after him. Shiite, they believe there's a little bit more extension. One of his cousins could have been another prophet because he lived a lot longer and they really respect him. Ali. The first kid to ever become a Muslim, they really respected him. They believe there's divine revelation from him. But basically, he was just one of a very strong disciple to the Prophet. That's what Sunnis believe. So the Shiites, what happened was they were able to manipulate the absolute, the full message. So they don't even believe in some of the Prophet Muhammad's sayings. Like there are sayings that we believe in. They're very strong, that we believe that they were recorded in history. We have proof that they were recorded in history. Somebody went and checked on.
There's like pretty heady lineage of a tradition.
Documentation, everything, because you can't, because these Islamic scholars, they're not gonna just make up things. So what happened was the Shiite, they would just disagree with certain things, and it could be a lot deeper than that. I'm not completely.
You can get into the point where the scholars or the guys holding the pens could be influenced and stuff like that.
Yeah, for example, Shiites believe they can marry with a rose. They can go to a woman in a nightclub. For example, they have a saying. I used to have a Shiite friend. This is what he used to do. He used to walk around with a little bit of money, or he used to buy things and keep it with him, like a ring or anything. He would go to the clubs, and if he did get with a girl and he takes her home, he would tell her, hey, he would tell her a saying. He recorded a saying in his phone that basically, if he says it to a woman and he gives her something, she becomes his wife. The saying is like, if I have married you with this rose, if you accept this rose, you're my wife for this night. So these are Shiites absolutely, like, this is something the Sunnis will never believe in. And it used to be, I don't know if this actually exists. They'll say, oh, you used to marry like that, but that's in the beginning of Islam, and in the beginning of Islam, they were able to drink alcohol. Now they can't, you know. So things changed. I don't know. I think Shiites just never.
I do have to run and grab a beer. I am allowed to drink.
Well, yeah, I know, Joe, but I actually have to go. It's 4:20. I gotta get to work. But good conversation. Let's talk more about this later. I don't know how we ended up in religion.
No, it's cool, man. And Sir Leviticus was saying he's agnostic, and I just want to point out that agnostic would mean not Gnostic, meaning not knowledgeable. I wouldn't identify as that necessarily.
But you will notice that there's a lot of people comfortable with not knowing anything, which is crazy to me. They're more comfortable with I don't know than this is what you should like. They're more comfortable not knowing what the truth is than just maybe there is one God or something. They'll be like, no, I don't know and I don't care. There's actually people that are comfortable.
I feel one divinity.
Yeah. See, this is where we agree, me and you. We agree that there's one.
I think there's a lot.
Everything else we can disagree on.
I think there's a lot of different ways to describe it and talk about it. But I think from studying lots and lots of different religions, I've come to find most people that are devout are talking about the same experience. That divine experience, that experience of the divine. And I think that there's a lot of different languages and a lot of different traditions and histories, ways to arrive at that place. You know, it's like the many doors into one room, you know.
All right, no worries. Joe, are you going to stream so I can send you everybody?
Yeah, dude, I'll, here, let me go ahead and set that up right now.
Yeah, set it up. I'm going to end the stream and I'll try to do it quickly because I got to go.
I can do it pretty quick. Give me a half a second here.
All right, no worries.
I'll jump out your Discord and give me like literally 4 minutes, and I should pop up.
But yeah, I should see you on the left here, or just text me. All right.
Yeah, I have like literally 3-4 minutes. I'll put a note in chat real quick once I'm live, but it's like 3-4 minutes.
Bet, bro.
I'm sure you got some shit to say once I jump out.
Man, yeah, I'm just gonna say bye to everybody and talk to the chat. But yeah, here
I'm gonna set it up right now. Give me a second.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, Joe, hit me up. All right, well, guys. I don't know how the hell did we develop this conversation so quickly to religion. The problem is I'm not educated about religion enough to sit there and tell you everything. But I am educated enough to at least know the basics. And I appreciate you all for listening. I don't want any fights in the chat. These are conversations. We have to have these conversations. If we can't have conversations, what can we have? If I can't even talk to you without getting mad, what am I? Right? So don't be upset, guys. These are just conversations. We're opening our brains. It's true. I understand why people are upset because on the day of judgment now, you cannot say I didn't know. When you are judged, when you're standing in front of God and he's telling you, look, here's your book of deeds. And your deeds have all been wrong. You would never believe them. You never asked one time for forgiveness from me. How am I supposed to forgive you for all these bad deeds? You never once said, can you forgive me, God? Not once. Actually, you used to laugh at me every single day. So I understand why people get upset when they get the truth. Because now they have no deniability in front of God. When the ultimate judge stands in front of you and asks you, why? What about this? What about that? You cannot deny it. You're not going to... I did hear the message. I didn't believe in it. I wanted to, but I just couldn't. It was too hard. I can't just stop drinking alcohol. I can't just stop having adultery. I can't just stop eating bacon. It was too hard, God. That's why people get angry. Because they don't have any more ways to run away from the situation when you're in front of the ultimate God. Hi, I'm new here. I believe in God, and I think we too much evil people on earth. So the thing about people, there's no evil. People are not evil inherently. People are people. They have the freedom of choice. They can choose to be evil. They can choose to be good. What is evil is Satan. Satan gives you desire. Desire was already created, but Satan makes desire seem so sexy to you. And Satan gives you implants these ideas that this is okay. Yeah, you should go shoot that guy. And he probably has $1,000 in his wallet. That's worth it. There's a whisper in your ear. If you ever notice it, there's always, sometimes it's negative. For most people, it's negative. I really believe that's Satan, man. He whispers nonstop. Yeah, let me go talk to that girl. She's probably gonna she's probably not gonna like me anyways. Let me just go say hi. And then you go there and she wants to fuck. Now you're stuck. Now you have to commit adultery and a sin. You just wanted to experience speaking to a random girl. Now you're almost in the sin. So I don't know, man. I just know that the world is more than hedonism. There's more than just hedonism and just absolute destruction and just doing whatever the fuck you feel like it whenever you feel like. I feel like there's more to this world, because the most hedonistic people, they're empty. The people that do the most drugs, they just end up suicide. The people that have the most money still kill themselves. Like, hedonism is just nothing. It's you can keep fucking forever. There's always another girl to fuck. You can keep doing drugs forever. There's always more drugs to do. There's always more alcohol to do. There has to be more to this world. There has to be more. And I think the more is deeds. Is deeds, doing good things, like showing people truth, bringing value to the world, helping others. Those satisfy you in a different way. They actually give you relief. So the problem with the world, I think, right now is there's too much hedonism. People have the freedom of choice, and they're choosing to just become degenerate. You give people the freedom of choice, they become degenerate. Absolute degeneracy. Why? Because they were, I don't know, maybe they want to feel it. Maybe there's something whispering in their ears. Yeah, you should do it. Yeah, you should do it. Yeah, you should do it. I don't know. Maybe they were too sheltered. They never experienced this. Now they want to experience it. And experiencing it just breaks their minds, and it just becomes a thing. I just know hedonism is not good. All these porn stars, these women porn stars, they think it's good to go do porn. They end up hating their lives. No man will ever marry them. And whoever marries them divorces them in the end or leaves them because either the career is something he cannot handle, or he actually gets harassed by when he's online by random people sending him messages of his wife sucking cock or some shit. I know none of you guys would like to see your wives doing another dude, right? Imagine a porn star and her husband. How is he going to be able to deal with it? I don't think I will ever be strong enough to deal with that. You can call me insecure. I don't think that's insecurity. I think the woman ruined her future. I think the woman had the responsibility to take care of herself, keep her value up. What's high value? Low body count. How do you know? Because girls with high body count, very embarrassed to say it. Girls with low body count are very happy to say it. They'll say it out loud. Yeah, I only have 3 guys. And she actually is proud of it, right? Whereas girls that have 30, 40 guys, she'll be like, I don't care, I have 40. Or she will be like, I don't want to talk about it. She's either going to act like she doesn't care about the number, and then she'll say the number, or she will never, ever, ever say the number, or she'll just lie. That's how I know these women are embarrassed by these body counts, because they won't actually say it out loud if it's too big. And that's how I know body counts are valuable to women, because if you were too ashamed to even say your fucking body count, that means you know your value has become this much if you say it. California Fools is here. Holy shit, I haven't seen California Fools in a while. All right, boys, we're going to send you... That's it for me. We're going to send you... You think Twitch is going to ban me because I'm anti-prostitution? And anti-sex work? I call it prostitution. You guys call it sex work. I don't see any work there. The man maybe is doing all the work to make the money, and then... the man has to do all the work to get the honey, and then maybe the man has to do all the work in the bedroom to, get in a hot tub. Bro, imagine me in a hot tub, bro. Actually, California Fools, I'm thinking about doing going to Houston and doing public interviews there. Fucking Houston is wild. But we should do public interviews tomorrow, guys. I'm gonna send you guys right now to Real Mighty Joe. I gotta go to work. California Fools, why are you coming in so late? All right, Real Mighty Joe's gonna love this. California Fools, man, I miss you so much, man. I miss you so much. Check the ML Manara. I will. This guy's in training. Is in training to be disinformation. Really? Bro, I'll check him out. Thank you so much, bro. I can't believe he's got such high views. I don't know how they funnel them so many viewers. Bro, I love you 990. I love my whole team. I love everybody here. You guys, we can disagree. Let's disagree about the whole world, but let's agree there has to be at least one creator. Let's disagree about everything. Sex work, let's disagree who's the prophet, who's not. But let's agree there's one creator to this universe. Because if there was two, they would kill each other. And they would kill all creation. We've seen Zeus fighting with all his kids, and you've seen the movie Clash of Titans. The gods are fighting, and the people are just dying, and their shit is falling from the skies. So it has to be one creator, or they would have eaten each other up, and they would have eaten their own creations up. Besides that, let's disagree about everything. We can negotiate that later, but let's agree there, and we'll move on. It just makes logical sense. If there's more than one, you need one CEO to run the company. If there's 2 or 3 CEOs, it's very difficult to run the company. You need one president to run a country. You don't need 2, 3, 4 presidents. You don't need that. You know what I mean? So it just logically makes sense that there's one president of the whole universe. That's my alarm saying it's 4:30. This is the last time I could be streaming because right now I need to be ending because I'll be late if I don't rush to work. I think potentially there could be one God or an infinite amount of God. It's creating infinite amount of themselves forever. Okay. All right, Sir Leviticus. Amazing. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. That would be insane. That's crazy. Imagine an infinite amount of gods creating infinite amount of themselves. That's crazy. I don't know what it is. I'll tell you what I believe it is when I was doing the debate. قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ. Say he's the only one. The one and only, nothing else. Allahu Samad, the ever eternal. Lam yalid wa lam yulad. Was not born and doesn't beget. He's not begotten and doesn't beget. That means he doesn't give birth or wasn't birthed. And I think that's a slide that's in the Quran. I think that's an attack on the Christians. And then وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفُوًا. And there's nothing in this universe like him. That's it. If there's anything like that, that's a God to me. If a thing like that exists, that's my God. He's the one ever eternal. He's the one and only, ever eternal. Doesn't give birth, and wasn't birthed. Just creates and has creation. And there's nothing in this universe like him. So if there's a man that can walk on earth, I cannot call this guy a god. That's it. Those are my litmus tests. Everybody should have a litmus test to their own god. Try to make them up. Anyway, you can take mine. They're from the Quran. Take mine and see which one is a god. Anyways, guys, have fun with the right Almighty Joe. I love all of you. Peace.